This is going to be 2.3 part 2. This is the last set of notes for Unit 2A. So we're going to be talking about literal equations today. A literal equation is an equation where variables represent known values. So typically these will be formulas. But our goal with these literal equations is to solve for a specific variable. So just doing what you would do if you were solving any equation, even if the variables were numbers instead, you'll do it the same way, but pretty much everything is going to be a variable. All right, so on number 5, for example, it says I equals PRT. This is the simple interest formula. And it says to solve for T. So I want to solve for T here. Well, to solve for T, I need to get rid of P and R. Well, right now, they're multiplying by P and by R. So to get rid of them, I would divide by P and R. So on both sides of the equation, I'm going to divide by P and R. Okay, so when I do that, the P cancels and the R cancels right there, right? P divided by P is 1, R divided by R is 1. Those go away. And I'm just left with T. So I can have T equals 1 over P times R. So all you're doing here is just rearranging the formula so that you've got a different variable here that you've solved for. You're just rearranging that formula, solving for a specific variable. All right, let's try number 6. Okay, on this one we want to solve for K. Notice there are 2 K's in this formula. So how can we solve for K? What you'll need to do if the variable is present more than once is factor it out. All right, so if I can factor the K out, think of it as the GCF here. Even though R is also in both, the K is what I'm focusing on. I want to get K by itself, so I need to get first just 1 K. I need to get K kind of alone. So I'm going to factor that K out. So dividing by K on both of those groups, on both of those terms, leaves me with R squared plus RL. Okay, now that I did that, see how I only have 1 K in the equation? So that's perfect, because now what I can do is I can divide by R squared plus RL. Okay, so I can divide by R squared plus RL because right now they're multiplying K times R squared plus RL. So dividing by it will get rid of it. That will cancel. And all I'm left with on the right-hand side is K, which is exactly what I wanted. I wanted to solve for K. So I've got K equals S over R squared plus RL. All right, number 7. We want to solve for F. So this is the formula to convert Fahrenheit to Celsius. So solving for F. First, let's get rid of this 5 over 9. To get rid of that, what you want to do is you want to multiply by the reciprocal, which is 9 over 5. Multiply by 9 over 5 on both sides, right? Because 9 divided by 9 would cancel, and 5 divided by 5 would cancel. Those would equal 1. So that goes away. I've got 9/5 C equals F minus 32. Still solving for F, so I need to get rid of this minus 32. So I'm going to add 32 to both sides. So that leaves me with F equals, and I can't combine this 9/5 C with the 32 because they're not like terms. 9/5 C has a C, 32 does not, so you're just going to leave them separate. 9 over 5 C plus 32. All right, so that's the idea, solving literal equations for a specified variable. Now let's apply some literal equations in a few word problems. A man borrowed $2,580 to buy new kitchen appliances for his home. He will pay off the loan in 9 months at an annual simple interest rate of 6%. How much interest will he pay? I equals PRT, where I is the interest earned on a principal amount, P after T years at a rate of R. Whew, lots of information there. So basically the formula, I equals PRT, calculates simple interest for you, where P is the principal amount, which is the initial amount borrowed or invested, but in this case borrowed. So our P is 2,580. That's the principal amount. And then we're looking for I, so we don't know that yet, right? We're looking for how much interest will be paid. I's interest. T, years. So we need to figure out how much time passes in years. It says 9 months. 9 months. So that will be 9 out of 12 months. Just changing that to years. So 9/12 of a year, which is 3/4 of a year, or you can put 0.75. Okay, and then we've got to get the R. So they told us the interest rate was 6%. However, you're going to put that as 0.06. Right? 6% really means 6 out of 100, 6 over 100, which is 0.06. So when you put that in the equation, you're not putting the percent, you're putting the rate, so move the decimal to the left 2 places. So our I is going to equal 2,580 times 0.7, next is rate, times 0.06 times 0.75. Enter that into the calculator. I got 116.10, since this is money we're talking about, 2 decimal places. So the interest that he's going to pay is $116.10. So all just to borrow that money for the new kitchen appliances, he's going to end up paying an extra $116 just in interest. So you got to think about stuff like that before you start borrowing money. How much am I going to have to pay in interest, and is it worth it? All right, number 9. Miss Kaiser took a trip to London. Well, I was supposed to, but then COVID happened. So anyways, where they use Celsius to measure temperature. In order for her hotel room to be her preferred temperature of 74 degrees Fahrenheit, what degrees Celsius should she set the thermostat to? Okay, so we know we want this degrees Fahrenheit and we're looking for degrees Celsius. So all we have to do is plug that 74 into the equation. Okay, so 5/9 times 74 minus 32. Okay, so I'm going to put approximately 23 degrees. Approximately 23 degrees Celsius would be the correct temperature in London. All right, that's it.